cuff at tequilaaficionado.com. This is Alex Perez with Executive Editor Mike Morales. Mike, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good, Alex. How are you? Happy New Year to you. We haven't spoken in a little bit.
Yeah, I'm in Southern California. Mike, you are in?
I am in beautiful New Mexico. I am in a suburb of Albuquerque. And as we know, New Mexico is the home of the first official exportation of tequila into the United States.
Such a bragger.
Yeah, I know. So I'm living in the home of tequila, the American home of tequila. It was actually 37 years before New Mexico became a state. So New Mexico was still a territory when the Souza family sent 3.5 barrels through El Paso del Norte, which is present-day Ciudad Juarez, and the final destination was Santa Fe, New Mexico. And so here I am, historically sitting in front of my office, in front of a bunch of empty bottles, and I guess we're going to do a new. We're going to talk about a brand new tequila that has had so much buzz around it that it's the only tequila that's actually a character in a TV show. Isn't that right?
Yes, I think it's actually surprising and expected buzz. I would say.
There's been a lot of articles on. Of course, we're talking about Avion Tequila, and there's been a lot of articles concerning how Avion actually got into the TV show Entourage, and it was just a friendship. I mean, it started with a friendship, a childhood friendship, and years later, one thing led to another, and it now it's almost like its own character on the show. And a lot of people, and you know this, Alex, because I do a lot of the social media for Tequila Aficionado, and on Twitter there has been such a buzz, and a misconception too, because a lot of people do not know that Avion is a real tequila.
Well, that's the question you'd see all over the social media. Is this a real brand? Where can I find it? Is this a real brand? And obviously,
there are
people
taking. Oh yeah, there are people taking pictures of themselves holding the bottle, and very proud of it, like it was a hidden treasure. I can't tell you how many folks from all over the country, or at least all over where Avion is available, that people have been taking the pictures with the bottle. Like I just found the guest star, and that's really to the owners of Avion there, Ken Austin and their people for doing such a great job, and I guess the response has been outstanding. They've opened up in several different states. In fact, I think they may have even opened up in some states quicker than they would have liked. But the response has been amazing. To be fair, what we're going to be tasting will be the Blanco only. That was all that we could. I guess it was all they could spare at the time. was the Blanco.
And let me tell you, I'm impressed with it. I'm impressed with it. I like it, and I'm sure a lot of people are liking it out there too.
Yeah, just to be also up and up with everybody. When we do these tastings, Alex and I don't talk beforehand about which tequilas we're going to taste, and so we try not to influence each other as far as what we think about the particular brand and the varietal that we're going to taste. And as always, we pour our samples in Riedel glasses. These are the Riedel Overtures. They are available online, and it is a tequila glass. It's made specifically for tequila, and we only pour a small sample, and we get to look at all the qualities, like the legs, the tears, the smell, and Alex, when I tried this originally, there was something. I found it very herbaceous, and there was something there. There was a smell, a scent of some sort. I'm thinking it's an herb, but I couldn't quite place it, and I wasn't sure if maybe I don't know. Maybe you can tell me what you thought when because it's got a wonderful nose. It's got a very, very good nose, and it actually, in my opinion, it really delivers. The nose and the taste really really come through. But I couldn't place that smell, so I'm not sure if you can help me out with that or what.
Well, I agree. It has a great nose, or bouquet, if you want to call it that. It's grassy. I have it poured in my own Riedel right now, and I've got it's got some beautiful herbal notes in there, and I think I want to say rosemary, maybe pepper.
Now, see, the pepper I could pick out, but I couldn't place the herb, and I think you're right. I think it is rosemary, which I've very, very few times have I ever smelled that in a tequila.
I should go to my backyard and pick some rosemary and try to compare.
Well, the one of the buildings that are nearby my home here in Albuquerque, they have this in the springtime. There's this huge rosemary bush. I mean, it nobody takes care of it. It's just it kind of like mint. It overruns everything. And it smells wonderful. You walk by and you stroke it with your hand, and you get that nice rosemary smell. And of course, you dry it, you can cook with it, And but I've never, I can't even remember the first time if I've ever smelled rosemary in a tequila. But it is, sometimes you catch hints of mint, pepper, obviously, anything, anything that any herb or plant that happens to be nearby where they source the agave will influence the agave eventually.
Most definitely.
And so I think you're right. I would agree that's probably what I was tasting, and I couldn't place it.
Now, if you in the glass, and these are one of the things. I am a tequila student, as I'm sure you are as well, a life tequila or agave student. When you taste in the glass, you want to taste it in different angles of the glass, and I can get that rosemary right at the top of the tip of the glass, if you will. At least that's where I can get it.
Well, that's where I smelled it. For those of you who maybe have never used a Riedel glass as a tool, you can actually literally break up the Riedel glass in three sections, and of course the nose you can hold it anywhere from 4 to 6 inches beneath your nose, and you'll be able to capture a lot of the the herbal notes, or you might even be able to smell yeast or that sort of thing, and then somewhere in the middle, if it's a Blanco, for instance, you'll be able to smell agave. For the darker tequilas, you'll be able to you should be able to capture some agave or more of the wood notes. The caramel, the honey, whatever it is whatever type of barrel it is, and whatever it is influencing the tequila, and then normally at the bottom, Alex, I think you can get the alcohol usually.
Most definitely, if you stick your nose in there.
Yep, and it's designed so that you can stick your nose in it. If you're going to inhale, I like to inhale with my mouth open before I even taste the tequila, because, as we all know, 70 to 80% of your taste buds, of your taste, is literally in your nose. So you'll be able to. Using that technique, you'll be able to actually taste the tequila before it actually goes into your mouth. And so those are the three minor steps that I like to use, as well as using a light or a white napkin behind the glass, so we can see what kind of tears and legs and the consistency of the tequila, and it's got a beautiful consistency also.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll have to tell you, when all this buzz happened with Avion Tequila, the first thing we wanted to do as tequila nuts is we wanted to make sure that there was some substance behind the hype. And I got to tell you, Alex, I'm impressed. they did a great job with this tequila. It's not only does it have a custom bottle, emblazoned with the words salida, and I think which in Spanish it means arrival and exit, and but not only do they have a nice custom bottle, they really have some decent juice. At least the Blanco is, and hopefully somewhere in the future we'll be able to taste the Reposado and the Añejo.
Most definitely, it's got some good structure. I just took a little sip of my Avion out of my Rito glass. It's got some really nice distillation. I mean, I get the numbness on the upper lip, and it's got some really nice structure. I think it's really very well balanced and very smooth. I think it's going to be very appealing to anyone that likes the Blancos.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, kudos to the folks at Avion Tequila LLC. That's Ken Austin and Kenny Dichter. Those are the two gentlemen. As a matter of fact, I think one of those gentlemen, believe it's Ken Austin, was or is an entrepreneur concerning a jet company. In fact, let me look. I'm looking at my POS material that they sent us. The company that does their PR sent us all kinds of neat information concerning the company and who's behind it. And I believe one of those is for a company that was just recently sold, if I'm not mistaken. It was a jet company.
Yeah, well,
is that right?
He's some type of airplane tycoon or something.
Yeah, and I think one of those is the reason for Avion's appearance in Entourage.
Oh yeah.
And so,
well, what the beauty of this appearing on Entourage is, he didn't have to pay for product placement.
No, he did not.
HBO is an advertising-free channel, so.
Yep, you bet. It's it is the biggest product placement never sold.
Exactly.
As far as I'm concerned.
Major marketing success.
Yes, and really a strong following too. I'm like I said, I'm very impressed. It's
same here.
There is some substance behind the hype. And like I said, hopefully one day we'll have this the company Avion send us the Reposado and Añejo. I know that our cohort Ryan Kelly has had all three varietals, and I believe that will be his. You can read his reviews on TequilaAficionado.com, and he'll be able to give you a little bit more in-depth on the other two varietals. But I think between the two of us, Allison, I think this Blanco is a winner.
Most definitely. I give it, 2 thumbs up.
Thumbs up,
or I raise my Rito glass to you.
There you go.
Yeah.
Why don't we give it 2 full Ritos? How about that?
2 full Ritos, there you go.
2 full Ritos.
Yeah,
and I can't wait to try the other ones, and continued success to Avion. I think that they're doing great. It'd be interesting to see what the next season of Entourage will hold for Avion Tequila. It's got to have its own storyline now, because it's very much a guest star on that show.
Most definitely. Don't kill a character. Don't kill him just yet.
Don't kill him yet. We're just now enjoying him.
I'm sure it's helping your sales.
Absolutely.
But no, I'd love to taste the other flavors, and we'll see what. Obviously, if you've got a strong Blanco, the other ones are should to be just as good.
Well, that's the general rule of thumb. Whenever we receive samples here at Tequila Aficionado, we first thing we all try, for those of us who are tequila files, you try the Blanco, and generally speaking, the Blanco will be a good indicator of what the rest of the line will taste like. And this Blanco is very, very good.
Now, if you're a tequila snob, this is produced in Los Altos. Am I right, Mike?
Yes.
Los Altos tequila?
I believe so. It is a Highlands tequila, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, and it's usually you got the controversy between the lowlands and the highlands, and which one's better. I love them all. but you always have the ones that kind of like to follow one or the other.
Well, according to their material too, they have a particular rare type of distillation that they call the moment of elevation, which is a nice marketing term that they've come up with. And the moment of elevation is what they call it, and they're very secretive about this. Of course it's proprietary information, but they do make it available on their fact sheet. And so maybe it's the moment of elevation, Alex, that makes this tequila as good as it is.
Yeah, or if you have too much, maybe you have a moment of elevation.
There's a reason why it's called Avion.
We do encourage.
Avion means airplane in Spanish, by the way, if you're not familiar with the term. And of course that explains where the whole process of the company. Because I'm trying to find these key executives. If you bear with me, I will be able to tell you what the name of the company is that.
Now, Tequila Aficionado does encourage responsible drinking.
Of course. Yeah, we don't want you elevating without a designated pilot, or a designated pilot at this point. We want a designated pilot. If you're gonna drink, we don't want you to go elevated too high. Okay, they consider themselves taste elevated, so make sure you have a designated pilot. All right.
This would be an exclusive tequila on Avion Airline.
Chances are, I mean, of course, I'm neither one of us are the type of executives that are going to fly in private jets. At least not yet.
Not yet.
But when we do, we may be surprised and have Avion on the menu, which would be just very appropriate, frankly.
Most definitely. Yeah, well, these guys, I think, have done a great job. I think it's an excellent tequila. I think we both recommend it.
Mm-hmm.
Go. I think it's priced just right too. I'd say go out and look for it and buy yourself a bottle. I don't think you'll go wrong with it.
No, I think so too. And if you happen to catch them at any of their, they do a lot of promotions. You can also capture them on Facebook and Twitter, just like you can with the Tequila Aficionado. So if you're on Facebook or Twitter, follow Tequila Avion. Just run the search, and you'll be able to find them and friend up with those guys. They're constantly running contests for tequila T-shirts and hats, and during the summertime, I remember. Alex, we would see their planes. They'd hire planes that would fly, with their banners behind them, and so they're very accessible. So I would say. Oh, by the way, the name of the company is Marquis Jet. Why couldn't I think of it? Marquis Jet, which I guess Mr. Warren Buffett just recently purchased this company. So. These guys are no dummies. They really can run their businesses pretty well. So I would say keep an eye on Tequila Avion. They are a brand of promise, and as soon as we get the other two varietals here at Tequila Aficionado, we will have a sipping off the cuff with the Avion Reposado and the Avion Añejo.
Most definitely, and we'd love to hear your opinion. Once you open up your own bottle of Avion, please post it on tequilaaficionado.com. Go and look for this show, and you can post it right under there. Let us know what your opinion is of the tequila, because obviously we all have our own palate, our own tastes, and our own opinions.
We look forward to hearing from you folks. Tequila Aficionado is all-encompassing. It's not just us; it's you folks as well. Folks in how many countries now, Alex? 62 countries?
I've lost track.
The original numbers that we received were within 40 countries, and now we are in a little over 62 countries. I think 30 more will be able to cover the world, huh?
People are watching. People are listening.
People are listening, and we thank you for listening to Sipping Off the Cuff. This is Mike Morales, and for my friend and my pal Alex Perez. Go ahead, Alex. Give him your signature line.
We encourage you to sip wisely. Thanks for listening.